because it's real. You see it with your eyes. We are seeing reports from different countries, especially the United States, from the Millennium because the video that is trending on Facebook now. I see many Liberians just tossing the video like this. But I also want to encourage you guys that when you see any video and you send it to Jay Randy, just understand that Jay Randy will investigate that video and he will do a due diligence, because that's what I do. I don't take things. I trust what you give me, but I have to investigate it, because if I come to reprocess that video and send it out there, I am doing more damage to you that even send me that video. I appreciate you sending me the video. I appreciate that. But I want you to understand that this Liberian politics are in, I'm not in it for fame. I'm not in it to get popularity. I'm here to create the awareness that our people don't have. Just this week, the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL, published 6,000 Liberians and said that they were unable to read and write. Nobody should call me here, man. Please, man. Please, please. 6,000 Liberians. You know, I got all the different phones around here, so when it ring, all of them ring. You see, all my phone are ringing. They all will be ringing. So those that want to hack into my phone, you got to go through all the process before you hack into my phone. So I got to manually close all of them. So that all the phone I got here, yes. Before you hack into my phone, you got to go through all the processes, because it's standardized in a way that you can actually hack into it like that. So they brought it all there. Let me see why I can send this message quickly here. Yeah, let me see here. Maybe he's not on Facebook and he thought it was to call me this morning, but because let me see what I can do here for him quickly here. So you got to bear with me here. Let me see what I can do here. All right, so he's right here. Let me send a message to him here quickly to let him know that I am in the middle of something here right now. Okay, there you go. And I'll just tell him, say, I am live. Okay. I am live. Call you later. All right. So sorry for that interruption there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so apologetic right now. The AFL of Liberia came out and published 6,000 names of Liberians that cannot read and write. Now, when you factor into that 6,000 and try to break it down and look at it individually, one man, one woman may have one or two children, and those children, in how much their parents are not educated, what is the current situation of those children that belongs to parents who were described as those that cannot read and write? That is the ramification of the illiteracy rate that will continue to escalate in our country. And that is why I'm here to help. My help is just like a handful. It's like America looking at Liberia and say we can destroy Liberia within a jiffy. That's who I am on Facebook. Do I blame my position right now? No, I don't blame my position right now. Because post-war Liberia generation it is so unfortunate that they did not acquire the fundamental education, majority of them, and they found themselves today on social media, enjoying the pleasure of social media, but they don't have the rules of what it means to be on social media. And those who are social media predators, they prey on them with misinformation. And only in the last minute, but it will be too late that many of them will realize it. So for us out here, we are doing our best to minimize, not to minimize, but to put a little dent into the number of damages that is happening among Liberians who are not ready school to understanding what they are actually into or engaging with. And that is why I'm here today. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through the video. But before we go through the video, I would like to make you to understand that there are things that people are doing nowadays on Facebook that are very, very dangerous to your social media health. You know, when somebody says something is dangerous to your health, there are things that people are doing now on Facebook that are very, very dangerous to your health. I mean, your social media health or your mental health as a social media. There is something called clickbait. You know, the bait you put on the line to go fish? Yes. Clickbait is what's happening right now. That video that is going out there is called click, as you click in something, bait, B-A-R-T. That video, as suspicious as it looks, there are many Liberians now and from ever, that will go and keep clicking on it. And as long as it's on YouTube, if you keep clicking on that video, there are two things the sponsor of that video is doing. One, every time you click on it, you're giving them money because they're giving you information that increasing the popularity of that video on Facebook, on YouTube and Facebook, and you are giving them money. Go and look up clickbait, C-L-I-C-K-B-A-R-T. That is what you are falling prey to right now. They are giving you information that look very suspicious, but at the same time, they are gaining money out of your back. That is the fundamental education that you guys don't have, and I will try to provide to you guys. For those of you that know it, thank God. Oh, thank God. All right? Now, what is the characteristic of a bad video? Let's go into what the video is all about. Let's look at the video through the eyes of J. Randy, and we'll break it down as we go along. We'll break it down as we go along. And I encourage you to join me, and please share the video if you don't mind. So this is a message here, as you will see here shortly. This is a message here for Mr. Weir and the opposition. Let me turn that phone on right now. So I have the message here for Mr. George Weir and the opposition in Liberia. We have to be very careful. Opposition, I want to defeat George Weir. My advice to you is to focus on the blunder, the mistakes, and the failure of George Weir to meet the expectation of the Liberian people. For Mr. Weir, the challenge to you is up to you to overcome those challenges based on what people are defining for you. For Liberians, you have to have an open mind. Start being very selective. Because your eye of selecting things rather than opening your minds will misguide you and will mislead you. So let's go to the video. I am going to remove this tag of the video because I want us to see the clarity of it. So let's remove the tag of the video, and then we're going to go into the big picture of the video so that together we can have a very good conversation of the video here. All right. So let me upload the video for you guys.
Was recruited from Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda.
And
these uncovered a very dangerous plot by George. We're
going to start right here. So what we're going to do here today. Today we are going to look at a characteristic of a fake video. The characteristic of what makes a video fake. You know, back in the days, people started with using paper to sketch things and confuse people. They teleported that into Photoshop, and today now we have artificial intelligence. For those of you that will stick around, you're going to learn important things today that you will not pay money for, but you'll be able to have conversation with people based on what you're going to learn today. I'm not forcing any librarian to be here. And I'm not going to hold anybody responsible who want to leave today. It's up to you to learn your stuff. All right, so we have the video here. So I'm going to make myself very little down here so you can see me right down here. So we're going to look at the characteristic of a fake video. All right, what is the characteristic of a fake video, folks? One of the characteristics of a fake video, when you look at the video here, folks. Fine, let me just try to get ready. I need to move my picture from here so you can only hear my voice, because I want us to look at the entire landscape of the video here. When you look at the characteristic of the video, what do you see as something that are not important? One, to tell that a video is fake. This gentleman started a video here without calling his name or saying his name. As you can see, the little globe here with the earth on the bottom right of your corner, it has no symbol of which institution he represents. Whether he represents Bogonji, the television station, whether he represents BBC, whether he represents Al Jazeera, there is nothing in regards to that. His name is unknown. Nobody knows who he is. And I'm calling opposition right now, and I'm calling on seditions. Let we all come on this platform to discuss the video together. The video is in no way to defend Joshua. The video is in no way to promote the opposition. This video analysis I'm making is to help Liberians understand that there are funded people out there that are just there to mislead you. I'm not going to accuse anybody here, but I'm only going to speak to the content of what the man is saying in the video. And what are the risks associated with what the man is saying? And whoever is behind the image of this man, you're going to see how it is created, and it will be left with you to go out there and defend the video or question the authenticity of the video here. That is the purpose I'm out here for. So looking at the characteristic of the video, the name of this guy doing the reporting was never announced. Everyone that run a show, a professional show, will first introduce themselves. They will tell you what show they are on. And then even throughout the course of the broadcast, they will tell you who you are. This individual came out, never told you which institution he represents. You can't see which institution is broadcasting through. All you see is important warning to all Liberians. And I want you to keep your eyes on important warning to all Liberians. How can you tell that a news is fake? One, the report he gave, there is no eyewitness report. That is the first fake behind this report. And I want you to take a note. How do you tell? So we look at the characteristic of a fake video, right? One of the characteristics, or the following are the characteristic of a fake video. Throughout the man report, one, he never provided his name. Two, the institution he represents, they didn't show. The only thing you see are bold print in the form of important warning to all Liberians. Throughout a report, he never provided any eyewitness account. Why he said there were no quotation from who said it, but it came from himself directly. Another characteristic is phony expert. In this case, he's a phony reporter, as in P-H-O-N-E-Y. Now, why am I making the accusation? I'm making the accusation, one, because people are very computer super advanced, and they can do anything to persuade you to believe in that what they're putting out here is indeed the truth. Secondly, as you can see, the headlines is all in capital letters. That tells you that something sinister is wrong with this video, because these are characteristics that fake news will always carry. And I want you to keep a look and keep your eyes on that. Now, let me ask you guys, Liberians here. When last have you ever seen any suspicious activities in the country based on the story the man had provided here? We'll go into the video, but I want you to go into the video, understand the characteristic of what I'm providing to you guys right now. Yes, I want you to understand the characteristic. There is no web link. There is no web link to this story and this guy that is doing the broadcast. Says absolutely nothing. There's no web link. Now, let's go into the video and begin to analyze this video so that you can get to see what is happening here. All right? So let's get into the video here and see what is happening here. Again, I welcome all sedition. I welcome all opposition. And I welcome all Liberians. You tell me, of all the news, if I remember myself back up here and so we can analyze the video together here. You tell me, whether you live in China, Asia, whether you live in Australia, between Europe and some part of Asia, whether you live in America, even those of us that broadcast here. For example, Jay Randy will come and say, you are watching what? You will see that. And you, when I come up here, welcome to Table Talk Show with me, Jay Randy. There are times that you will get to see this thing moving down here. All right. I could make this thing to be moving down, right down here, and put it in a moving mode. If I want it to be moving here, all right, I can move it here. And then next thing you know, you see the red thing going down, moving like this. Right? And then if I want, I can put my name up here and say, who talking over there? Like Jay Randy. There's a guy out there say they call Jay Randy. Did you see any of these things on the broadcast that the man is running here? Do you see anything there? The reason you will not see anything there, the person behind the thing here is fake. He doesn't want to be identified. But here's the plus that he's gaining from you guys. Every time you click on it, it's connected to YouTube. Every time you click on it, there is something called clickbait. You click on it, the more rating you give him or her, she's getting paid from YouTube. But at the same time, they are giving you wrong information all the time. They're misleading you. They are misleading you. So let's listen to the video and hear what the man got to say. And we'll analyze that too. All right? If we are here to believe misinformation, disinformation, it will not help to defeat Joshua. It will promote Joshua. I think what we know happening on the ground are things that we need to challenge and inform the Liberian people about Joshua's poor performance. But if we think that what the man said in the video is going to make us to win, or it's going to make Joshua to get mad, or it's going to destroy Joshua, it's actually going to harm the country. I don't know who posted it. That's why I say my message is going to the opposition. It's going to the Joshua people. There are some language the man used in the video that I will never support. I will never support it. I suffer in that war. I lost my father. I lost my brother. And many of you guys lost your people. But some of the languages that is being put in there, I'm here today to tell you that I don't support the video here. Because it's very dangerous. Unless you never live in our country. You live all your life in America here. You never live in our country. But I lived through that country. I live in our country. And I saw what that war did. And to mention some things in the video here, I may not support George Weah today, but I will not say the video makes sense, especially some of the things inside. So let me hold my horses. Let's go to the video now, and we'll break it down one by one. Let's go into the video now and break it down one by one. Let's go into it.
Weah to win the next election by rigging it in order to remain in power, and he'll do it by any means necessary. With less than 600 soldiers, the international community has uncovered a very dangerous plot.
What international community is this guy talking about, folks? What the international community? The international community, we should say, the international community including XYZ. Sierra Leone is part of the international community. Guinea is part of the international community. Sierra Leone, and then when you go to the Arab War, how do you call it? North Africa, you got Morocco, Algeria, Libya, and then when you cross into Europe, you got the United Kingdom, you got Spain. So when they got talking about international community, what are the international community that he's talking about? What is the eyewitness report that this guy is talking about? Let's continue.
By George Weah to win the next election by rigging it in order to remain in power, and he'll do it by any means necessary.
What does it mean by and he will do it by any means necessary? Where is this information coming from to provide a proof? And again, guys, don't get me wrong here. I'm not here to support George Weah here. I'm only trying to tell you that as an educated person, I will not just take anybody's lies out there. Today, people are saying that coming is gay. And many ANC people will say, no, he's not. But there are some people that will say, yes. Why do people are saying it? Because they need proof. So I want you to look at it from that context. I'm a guy who supports Mr. Cummings. I don't believe that bull crap. But when this guy come out and tell you, say, the international community say, George, we are going to rig the election and he's going to do it, where is the evidence to this information here? This guy is broadcasting to you. His name is not mentioned. He's not telling you which institution he represents. He has no title. He got no eyewitness report. You don't even know who the guy is except by looking at his face here. And then you got people spreading it around. Come on, Liberians. If somebody were to put your image here and you see you as somebody who's saying all kind of things that is very terroristic, what will happen to you? You will be shivering right now, right? You will be afraid. But it's possible that people can use your image. It is. And you will get to see it today. So let's continue.
Sorry. With less than 600 soldiers in the entire National Army, Weah has raised a secret and very dangerous militia, filled with the worst criminals recruited from Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if Liberia, we got sanctions coming to us through government official. The U.S. is in our town. If I all the U.S. got this intelligence, do you think they will just come out here and release it? There are people in the villages. Today we got Liberians all over. People polluting rivers. People are cutting trees down. People are cutting forests down. We got people with young people with cell phones going all around. How come you and I did not see this story coming? How come you and I did not see this story coming with the proliferation of video all over the place? How come we did not see the video coming? How come? I got people in Lower Grand Julia County that I talk to most of the time. The only thing they're telling me over there that the government official representatives are not doing nothing for them. People are taking gold and diamond over here and the roads are bad. So where is the source of this information in our country that many of you guys live, that this thing that God just said that we don't know of, but somebody from outside will come and give it to us? Where is it, Liberians? Let me progress here.
These mercenaries are fully armed and ready to destroy Weah's opposition. They've been well funded with the new missing money. Billions were printed.
They are well armed. They are well armed and funded. When the U.S. intelligence is looking at money laundering, is putting people in jail for buying huge stock of arms. Where the arms are coming from, folks? Where the arms are coming from? How are they getting into the country? Again, I'm not here to blame the opposition. I'm not here to blame George Weah. As a Liberian, I'm very concerned about this information. It doesn't paint a good picture about our integrity. It challenges our ability to authenticate what we hear, what we see. And it is time for us to have a conversation to debunk such a bad image of our country. We have more physical problems in our country that people are facing today. Are people crossing our border? Absolutely. Do they have the requisite paper to come into our country? No. We have an immigration problem. If you are in the opposition, make that part of your list. Go to the border area there and go and show to Liberians that this is what's happening across our border lines, and the government of Georgia is not doing nothing. Go into the villages where people are rooting our diamond and our gold from the soil without no reservation. Go there and bring those things, let us see it. Now the white men can't talk it for you here. No. We are better than that. We are better than that. Have you seen any black man going on any white man social media to report such an incident as this? Let me challenge our integrity now. When last have you seen a black man going to any white country on a social media and reporting about that country? Have you seen any black man in Ukraine reporting on a radio station or on social media and telling the people about what happened in the Ukraine? Have you seen any black man doing that? So then why should a white man come and be telling all this information? And we just believe it like that. I know I'm going to get on many people's skin today, but that's who I am. My politics is not about interest. It's about looking at the facts. And I know from today on, my rating comes to go down, my foreign comes to go down. But I don't care for a damn about how you feel. If that you were being portrayed like this in the wrong way, you'll be fighting for your image. Our country is at the verge of being destroyed by information that we are not authenticated, and we just spreading it around. We're adding more damage to our country rather than authenticating it. And that's what I'm here to do here today. Let me progress here, folks. Let me progress here.
And stolen over the last couple of years. This includes the 8 billions printed earlier this year in 2022 alone.
That money, I know that the government print money. It is incumbent upon Georgia. And that is why I don't have no goddamn regard for Samuel 12, because he is very corrupt. The first money that came, the 16 billion, whether they took that money out of the market. Remember when Mr. Weah came to office? They printed 16 billion, that is money was not missing. But whether they took all the mutilated money from on the market, we don't know. They did not tell us. That money plus the new money they printed when Eddie then printed and we hadn't took office and maintained and said no money was missing. I don't know where they took all the old money that was on the market or they left it there. I don't know the detail to that. So from what you're saying, I would say in that regards. Now they're bringing in new money. We saw they going election in local county, they were there using that money. But what happened to the current money that is supposed to replace? We don't know where they are taking that money out of the market. That is something that Mr. Weah need to speak to. So based on what he's saying about the 16 billion, whatever billion, that is my concern. Because Mr. Weah, when you take out your new socks, when you used to play football, you come and play football, you take out your brief, you go wear a new brief. If you eat a brief, say you change your brief, where you put your brief at? When you get a new one on, did you put a new brief or the new brief? I don't know. So when you say you're changing the money, where is the old money that you took off the market? That is something that I will challenge you, Mr. Weah, onto as well. You need to keep your eyes clean. So when the guy come here and make this statement here, and people start to blame you on that, I will support the people based on the question I'm asking here. When you bring in new money, you take the old one, you burn it, so that people can get to see it. It was never done. So let me progress here.
This terrorist group is made up of foreigners from Jamaica, Burkina Faso, Middle East, and Nigeria.
Now you're talking about terrorist group. Terrorist group. So our country now is becoming a terrorist country now. Is that what you want to believe now? I thought we used to say our country hands were open. What happened to back in the days when we were using United States data? We had people from all over, Singapore, Japan, China, all the African countries. Has the US listed our country to be a terrorist country now? You go do that homework. Has there been any intelligence report now that the United States has classified Liberia to be a country vulnerable to terrorism? Then the US ambassador then traveling all over the country. The terrorists are people that he listed here that are not friends to the white people, especially the Americans. But we see the American in our country going back and forward. It is not the American that's saying it. It is this guy that's saying it. The American that you and I know, and they know that Liberia was a risk. Won't you be warned on the U.S. State Department that Liberia is a very risky country to travel to. But this guy is coming to tell you now. That made progress there, folks.
Locally, they've also recruited and trained ATU rebels from former warlord Taylor through Monrovia's city mayor, Jefferson Kugi. Unfortunately for the Grand...
Now, who is Jefferson Kugi? If somebody is trained to pronounce a name, they will be able to pronounce that name right. So, who is Jefferson Kugi? I ain't get it there about Jefferson Kugi. But is Jefferson Kugi engaged in any form of rebel activities? Well, Jefferson Kugi got to speak for himself. Those that are being listed now, you need to come out and call a press conference to publicly put yourself into records. So, Jefferson Kugi, you have been listed. Tell the people to come and you invite people to your office and let them come and see, and so you can show them what you do on a daily basis. But I know you don't care to listen. But I'm only saying this thing because I believe that Liberians in our country are suffering than the misguided information. And that is why I'm sitting down here presenting myself to analyze the video. But y'all in the CDC, I don't give a damn. But I just feel sorry for you. But the image here is painting our country bad, and I don't want people to listen to it, especially many Liberians in America, in Europe, to buy these things here and begin to act upon it when they don't understand the gravity of what they are getting into. So, Jefferson Kugi, you have been listed. Let's continue.
Gideons, their county is being used as a training base without their citizens' knowledge. At the
now, he talked about Jefferson Kugi is training people in Grand Gilead. That's why he called Gideon. That is a very terrible information for somebody to put out here. The county of Grand Gilead, where my father died before he became refugee, we are still hurting from that war. So whoever posts that information in that thing, it's not making me to be happy here. I lost my father over there. Some of you guys still got your parent there around here. To allow this guy to come and say, oh, somebody put in rebel. My brothers, my relative, my cousins still live in that place, in Fishtown. They still live there. They still live there. And they never told me that people are training over there. When the rebel were training in Nima County in 1989, people were coming to Monrovia. People were going to Ivory Coast. And the community of people across each villages were the one reporting the information. Before the white men pick it up and put it on BBC. It was not the white men. Today you go to Nima County. Have you seen anybody coming from any village in Nima County? As popular as Facebook is today, have we seen anybody coming from the villages? Nima? Let's listen to you a little bit here.
Time of this report, there have been many sightings and ongoing pleas for help, but the government has refused to help. Investigators confirm the militia are currently using Doe's compound in Zweidru for secret meetings and storing large weaponry without the family's knowledge. Sources claim where...
Does Doe compound still exist? The last time we saw Samuel Kanye Doe, if you in Grand Gilead County, do yourself a citizen responsibility. If you in Grand Gilead County, anybody listen to the video here, please share it with my man Sheku. Sheku run the Grand Gilead show over there. I mean, his network. Share the video with Sheku. I remember when we used to be on Radio LRB, he used to broadcast from Grand Gilead here. Just share the video with him. Let him go to the Doe compound and let us see how that compound looks. And as the people in that community, it is time to check and verify this information. Let us get to see it. Because the information he provided here, we have to challenge it, right? Because we don't know where the source of the information coming from. We don't know this man's name to reach out to him. He has no name. He got no address. He got no way to give us which broadcast network he worked for. We got none of those things. But he's here giving you information, right? That's not saying he been talking. You are not seeing any quotation, video, image, nothing. The only thing they got that job, we have picture. Let me progress.
Is trying to purchase Doe's property through a secret party. Furthermore, Ware is behind the large number of citizens from Nimba moving into Grand Guide.
Now you see that now? You see this is where now it gets very nasty. And let me say this. Let me say this to you, fellow Liberians. Let me bring this something up here, so you can see me here. Let me bring it up here. You're talking about Nimba and Grand Jide citizen. Have we forgotten the war? How dare with somebody who went through that war will want to put a story together to say Nimba versus Grand Jide? I don't think you went in that war before. I don't think you were in that war. And this is where now Liberian lawmaker and any Liberian that suffered that war, the story you told the IMO to come to this country here, you got to go back to that story now today and remember what you told the people, because you understood the consequences of war, tribal war. You understand the consequences of tribal war. So go back and open all your paper then when you went to see the immigration or the refugee immigration and told them that Liberia were not safe. When somebody coming to you and telling you that they're bringing the Grand Jide and the Nimba together, that is what we call a wake-up call. This is a very dangerous video, and you guys need to start calling on YouTube now to take the video down. It is not helpful. It's not politics. This is a gasoline for a complete chaos in our country. And to the we administration, you are a president of that country. You better ask your information minister, you're in America here right now, to call Google to take that video down. To take that video down. Because to bring about things like Nimba and Grand Jide, it is something that people have worked and died for. And we don't want to go back over there. This guy who come out here to read the news here, he has no way of us getting to him. And then he wants you to believe those things. He wants you to believe those things. It makes no sense. Let me progress, folks. Let me progress.
To destabilize the county and plot their revenge. Ringleaders in this evil plot are Zhu Penyu and Kai Farley, who've been...
See that? You see how the thing is going now? They're bringing the Nimba versus the Grand Jide, and they're bringing Kai Farley there, and they're bringing Zhu Penyu there. These are people who were part of the war in the past. These people, I don't know what they're doing in that county. But the Nimba people, they're setting out their mind a bit. If you're Nimbadian and you're Grand Jide, you need to come out this week, next week, to condemn the video. Whoever is playing this thing here, if you are in the opposition, you will not win no election in our country. I can swear to my God. Let me go get my Bible. Let me go get my Bible here. I'm going to get my Bible here. Let me get my Bible right here. I'm going to get my Bible here. Let me get my Bible for you guys here. Let me get my Bible here. Let me get my Bible here. Find my Bible here. You see, and I getting too much here now. Getting too much. Okay, got my Bible already here. You see the Bible here? I traveled with the Bible during the war. I traveled with the Bible here during the war. The 1989 war. The Bible used to be shared by Gideon. Gideon Bible. You know, you got, I traveled with the Bible here during the war. I sat down every day and read the Bible. Anyone who is bringing their lives together, I'm going to kiss the Bible here, you will never win any election in Liberia. The God that I serve, if you bring those lies to bring the two people together again and create chaos upon what we are trying to fix already, God will never bless you to be president. And I hope it's not the opposition. And I hope it's not the weird people doing this thing too. But whoever is doing it, God will not bless you. You will never win no election. Either we are doing the thing, he will not be re-elected. Either the opposition doing it, none of them will be elected. It will be somebody different that will come from there. Somebody different that don't got nothing to do with it here will run in an election and will win it. And you will know that that person is nobody. It will be a neutral person. And I'm swearing to the Bible here today. I kept the Bible here. Many of you gotta know the Gideon Bible. This is what the Gideon Bible they used to give this thing in school. I kept my own. And every time I show it to my children, we went through that war suffering. And for somebody to come here and want to say, oh, they're Grand Gideon people then. I don't know who the hell Carfather is. I don't know who the hell Zopeno is. But these are the remaining people from the Grand Gideon days. And then you're bringing people in from Nima County. So who are the Nima County people then now? How can they incorporate Johnson in? How can they incorporate Johnson in? Because if they incorporate Johnson in, then no preachers are going to come out to say things. But they can't incorporate Johnson in, right? Incorporate Johnson is a lot talker. They're going to speak out. Let me progress there, folks. Let me progress.
Been paid millions to betray their county and people. Both Pennew and Farley have been at the very core of election rigging and numerous corruption scandals, such as the disappearance of Alfred Dunner, a magistrate from the elections department who refused to participate in...
Well, I don't know about that. But what I would say in regards to that story, it is incumbent upon George Weah to begin to investigate some of these cases. Because your failure to investigate some of these cases are the reason why they're putting your name and your government in all the bullshit. You sit over there, Mr. Weah, and just become dumbfounded, tone deaf to things. And that's why they're getting on you all the time, Mr. Weah. And this one is sweet for you. It's sweet for you, Mr. Weah. It's sweet for you. This one, I will take it as a lesson learned from you. You sit over there and allow things to happen, and you don't come out to speak. So this one, let's move on. May the soul of that person who got missing, whether he's still alive, let God be with that person. That's all I can say here. Let's move on here.
Rigging elections. They report directly to disgraced Nathaniel McGill, who's been linked to secret killings, now blacklisted by the US for corruption. Weah's plan is twofold. First, burn down...
McGill was not blacklisted. We got to understand what I mean by blacklisting, and we got to understand what I mean by sanction. McGill was not blacklisted. McGill was sanctioned. All right? There is a great difference between blacklisting and sanctioning people. So this one here, why they shoot at McGill, he said look for it, and he also see for McGill too. And that is why the next government that will come to power, you should learn to declare your assets. I don't give a damn whether the law says you shouldn't declare it. Clear your name, declare your assets, and work in transparency. So for McGill, I ain't give a damn about what they're going to say about him, but I would say that he was not blacklisted. He had been sanctioned. Let me progress here, folks.
Those compound to destroy any trace, then eliminate citizens of Grand Guide, thus allowing the Burkinabés to take over the county and fulfilling Weah's agreed plan with Sirleaf. Similarly to the destruction...
So we are making plan now. You know, Eddie don't like the Gio people. Yeah, what they do here now, right? Eddie don't like the Crown people because she said the Crown people rape her. So they bring Ellen in now to blend it with Weah and put on the Grand Judah people and take the Nima people and put it there. That's the strategy they're looking at now. So it's a three-way strategy. Let's bring the people in Nima County, put them against the Grand Judah people, look at George Weah, bring Ellen in and put them together and say, yeah, that's it. That's an old trick. It's not going to work. Eddie then did it here when they were part of the ACDL. Amos Sawyer then died today. That's why Amos Sawyer soul will burn in hell forever. And I learned that Satan looking for wood to buy so that they can continue the fire on Amos Sawyer. Those buggers then sat down in the country here and did the same thing that this man is saying here. Brought lies to our people and destroy our future. Then you talk about Ellen Johnson said he did, Ellen Johnson said he that. What can I run? Ellen Johnson said he can run. When shooting star in our town, all the people running. Ellen Johnson said he ought to run. Just stop playing here, folks. This video must be condemned by all Liberians. Anyone who supports the video, you are harming your country and you are on the wrong side of history. For the fact that you don't know who the man is and you just believe in that story. You don't know which network the man works for. You just believe in that story. You are not going to fact check these things and you just believe in that story. You are on the wrong side of history. That means that when a white man says that you are half of a human being, he will be red when he tells you that believe this story based on what I'm telling you. You don't have no characteristic of this story, but because you hear a white man talking and then you just believe it. Black people, some of us, Jesus Square or Nazareth, for political business. Wow, that made progress, folks.
The Burkinabes caused in Ivory Coast. Next stop for this militia is Monrovia. Again, they're being fully funded and well taken care of with the new money, which never made it into circulation. This money was kept as Weah's personal stash to pay his illegal army and illicit activities, such as flying in prostitutes from India and supporting his reggae music career. Finally, sources have confirmed that Weah...
So we have music, we have reggae music. I ain't give a damn about that one. All right? I don't give a damn about that one. Mr. We have the money you printed here. We want to know what's going to happen to the old money on the market. If you don't know about withdrawing mutilated money, well, just go on YouTube and say, how do we import new money on the market and how we take new old money out? Just do your own little research, Mr. Weah. I saw you on your computer way back. You were on the computer like this. Use that same mindset. Go and say, how can you take old money from the market and put new money there? Mr. Weah, do that one. Because the guy is saying that the money you're printing now, you're going to use it for a different reason. So that's up to you. Let me progress here.
Is building a protected facility on Broad Street to secure the money outside of the banking system.
So how all the information came out that only one white man knows that don't live in the country? How come all the opposition in the country don't have no? Sunday men been talking. Did you hear him or did you see any video to say, oh, let's go on to our field reporter? Did you see any video? Any video? Did you see any video in the recording here? Everyone Sunday men start talking. Did you see any video recording? To say, yeah, let me break and let's go to the actual recording. I'm sorry for our country. I'm sorry for our country. You see a number of people that are watching here? I'm sorry for our country. That country is fucked up. That country is fucked up. The people that are behind the video here, they already know that Liberia is fucked up. And there will be people that will believe that thing here. They will believe it. I'm very sorry, folks, to tell you guys. And I forgot at me. For you to find me in Liberia, it will be difficult. Because the kind of blind people that are in our country, because of poverty, and we have failed to educate these people. Those guys will mess people mind up in our country that you will never imagine that it will be messed up. This is a wake-up call. People will believe this thing. They will believe it. See, I see some people behind Mr. Trump in the country here, and that people get, Trump follower then. Some of you guys are the blind followers. Let's continue here.
We will continue to bring you updates on Weah's secret plans. Our prayers are with the citizens of Liberia. God save Liberia.
Now, we want a white man in the closing of the video. We say our prayer is with Liberia. God save Liberia. What time have you ever heard anybody making that comment? Well, that will take us to the next video now, folks. That will take us to the next video. Those of you guys are saying it's not fake or it is fake. The next video you're about to watch now, it comes to tell you where the white man is smarter than the black man, especially the Liberian man. So every one of you guys who see the video is fake or the video is not fake, the video is this, I just give you a clue. You don't know the man's name. You don't know who the man is. And you say the video not fake. You don't know the man name. The laptop said, look at the laptop here. Look at the laptop to the man here. The laptop, does that look like a real laptop? No, that's not a real laptop. But let's go to the next video. Let's go to the next video. It will cover everything up. This one, we talk small and I want you to listen to more. Ready? Let's go to the next video.
Fact when it snowballs, causing public anger or panic. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the different ways that you can spot the fakes. Through my research, I found some useful tools for spotting fake news that you guys can try out too. Let's start with photos, where you can use Google's reverse image search to find out the source of the photo. Let's try out with this photo that was posted on Facebook on 10 September 2019. It was supposedly taken in Singapore and stirred up the issue of local banks hiring too many foreigners. So all you have to do is drag the photo into Google Images and it will pull up all these search results that are similar. So as you can see, the search result shows different pages where this image has appeared. And the first few links all show that this was fake news, but that's because it's already been exposed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Tools and search by time. So because this image was posted on Facebook 2019 September, I'm going to search for when it has appeared before that. So what I want to know is, where has this image appeared before it was posted on Facebook? And ta-da! I see a news article where it talks about how this was actually taken in Mumbai. Moving on to videos. Remember that viral video of a ceiling falling that supposedly happened in Changi Jewel?
Now, I want you to pay attention to this here now, right? The video you just came from watching. This guy now is going to show you how people can manipulate video. So watch this video here. All right? This is an image here that actually show it happening in the video. Now, I want you to pay attention to what this guy is going to teach us here today. Watch. Watch and learn, folks.
Well, it actually happened in a mall in Shanghai. I found this tool called Invid, which helps you check on video sources. It's basically a Chrome extension which you can install for free. So basically, you upload a video into Invid, and it pulls screenshots from that video, which you can then easily image search on Google to find out more. Alright, so I'm going to just click on the keyframe which performs the reverse image search, and you can see the link saying that this actually was not taken in Changi Jewel. Clicking into the news sites, I can see from BTV Beijing News that this happened in a mall in Shanghai. So the next time you receive a photo or video and you're not sure if it's real or not, you can try these easy ways to check. But in recent years, a more sophisticated variation of fake news has emerged, and they're called deepfakes.
Now, I want you to pay attention here to deep fake. Very, very key, ladies and gentlemen. Very key. If you want to learn something about fake video, here is your opportunity here. Watch this video.
For example, this video of Obama.
Killmonger was right. Or Ben Carson is in the sunken place. Or, how about this? Simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit.
The thing is, Obama never said any of those things. It's just a deepfake video that looks very real. It was created to show you how good they can be. This one was voiced by Jordan Peele, and using AI, the video of Obama was manipulated to look like he really said those things. There's even software that lets you fake someone else's voice. All you need is an audio sample of their voice.
Well, to put it bluntly, I've been working a lot.
I've been working a lot.
I'm sure you've all tried those face swap apps, and that's a very basic example of the technology available out there. You basically put your face on a bunch of videos that they already have in your library, and it's actually really fun. So I'm using this one called Reface, and all I have to do is take a photo of myself. And it's ready. Let's try me as John Wick, because I always wanted to be an action hero. Excellent. It's so natural. I look exactly like an action superhero. Cooler than I've ever been in my entire life. And my personal favorite is the Dumbledore one. So much beard on Dumbledore's face that you can't tell that I look like an alien. So that's excellent. Right, and then there's this video where it's Selena Gomez and Blackpink. So they put my face on every...
So you see the white girl here? This girl right here with the phone in her hand, she's taking an image from the phone and actually making her face to be this girl right here. That is the work of artificial intelligence, Liberians. That is the work of artificial intelligence. Watch more detail coming up. Watch.
Single member of that girl group. And I think that none of them actually look like me. I look like a very baby version of myself. So it's really fun because you can save all of these as GIFs and send it to your friends in WhatsApp chats and things like that. So that's like very harmless and fun. Now, if you want to create a deepfake video with your own footage, you need more sophisticated software. These require much more time, skill, and equipment to do. I tried it out using a software called Deepface Lab, and I started with 2 videos. A clip of Ross from her show Ross Recommends, and the other was a video of myself.
So you see the 2 videos now? The girl in a white t-shirt, she's going to present herself as the girl in the black t-shirt. Watch how she does it.
The software converted both videos into individual frames, extracted our faces, then figured out the positions of facial features and expressions for every single frame. Next came the AI training part, where it compared both videos to find the best matches and learn our expressions. This process can take hours or even days because you can run it for as long as you like. The longer you run it, the better your deepfake will be. You can stop the process anytime and you just pick it up from where you left off. I only ran it for 20 hours, but most people will let it run for days. After you're done with the AI training, you then merge the AI data back into your original video and you have your final deepfake.
At 38, I just feel it's so much more important to.
Now you see the fake one now? As you can see, you got the fake one and you got the actual one, right? You seen it there, folks? You're seeing it there now, right? You got the fake one and you got the actual one. Why? How you think that happened? It's through computer. Keep watching.
Live life to the fullest. I have no one to answer to, so why not build a life instead of slogging to build a career?
This is a very rough render of my face on the video of Ross, and it already took 20 hours. To make it look much better, I would need more time and fine-tuning. However, at the speed at which technology is advancing, it will probably be much easier in the future to create deepfakes. And seeing is definitely not believing anymore. So I decided to track down a digital forensic specialist to find out how the experts spot the fakes. So I'm here with Ali, who is a digital forensic specialist and the founder of Infinity Forensics. So when it comes to fake news...
Now, listen to this guy here now. He's going to detail. This is an expert guy here. Listen to how he's going to analyze that Obama video and other video. Listen to it.
Sometimes it's really difficult to tell. Like for a lay person like me, I can't tell off the bat if something like a photo is manufactured or not. So how do you tell?
First is experience, obviously, because we have seen plenty of these cases. Of course, they are softwares, they are algorithms, they are scripts, which can help you identify certain points, which as a human, you can't do that, obviously. And by using those points and by combination of the experience and tools, then you will be roughly, I'm not saying even 100%, roughly you'll be able to say whether this is a real news or fake news.
Can you show me some examples of how you do your analysis?
Of course, we are going to use web-based forensic tools, forensically beta.
So this is software that's available to everyone and it's free?
Yes.
Oh.
It has quite advanced features. It gives you this ability to identify and analyze the images. It's a great tool and can be used. So I do have an example here, which recently was in the news.
Yeah, I know this photo. So basically what happened was some people uploaded a photo of themselves with Obama and it turned out to be fake. But I don't know why it's fake, so maybe you can show me?
When it comes to investigation, it's not necessarily we are looking for the analysis from the tools itself. Sometimes the common sense. If you look at the picture, if you notice the background, I believe it's LCD or LED TVs. It's quite
unlikely?
Unlikely somebody paste a logo on basically an LCD or LED TV.
Right.
If I want to show this, I can easily create a very nice wallpaper and basically turn on the TV and I show it as a wallpaper.
Right.
And it will be is more beautiful and nicer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go to more technical level. Okay. We are going to use the magnifier. And why we're going to use the magnifier? Because the moment you edit a photo, around the surrounding of that area, if you notice, there will be some pixels, okay, which is not supposed to be there. The moment you modify any images or copy and paste, these, even though you do a perfect job, these facts will happen. So in this example, I'm going to show you 2 points, which to me is quite suspicious. One is the logo itself. If we zoom under the group, there are some extra pixels.
Yeah, it's like a sticker.
So you can see there are additional pixels. When we run the investigation, this is quite suspicious because if this was actual print or actual image with no modification, we should not see such an indication. There is another point which I believe it can be fake. If you look at the face again here, you will see the similar pixels around the face.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, is a copy and paste.
So he wasn't actually there. They just put his head on somebody else.
I really can't confirm whether this person was there or not. But what I can say, most likely, this frame was injected to this picture. And if I show you President Obama, you will not see